Hello everybody, Ruben Morrow here, coach of your Cleveland Bros, bringing you today's Week 2 PPL Division 2 battle against Rhyquinn. Now last week, we came off a controversial 5-4 win over Juan and the Amityville Haunters. Unfortunately, we had a disconnect in that battle, and we talked things through, and at the 40-minute mark, we decided that my team would win 5-4 if the timer would play out. Not many people had a problem with this, but one person in particularly had a problem with this, and that is my Week 2 opponent, Rhyquinn. Rhyquinn called me a cheater, said I would not have won if we would have played through. I disagree, and I'm here to show you last week wasn't just a fluke. My team will beat your team, Rhyquinn. You bitch and complain that you're in Division 2 because of the people. No. You're here because of you. So, before we get into the battle, let me go ahead and run through my team. As you can see, both teams are on the screen. To start things off, I saw that he had nothing that could take a +2 coverage move from my Thunderstarian, and that's who I plan to lead with. Didn't bring Excadrill this week, and some might say that is a problem, but I saw it as an opportunity to set up turn 1 and maybe take out 2 or 3 things to start the match off. I wanted him to lead with either his Hippowdon and kill it with the Grass Knot, or with his Fortress so I could set up and take it out. The next thing I brought is Sleepy Gary, the MVP from last week. Sleepy Gary with Crunch instead of Earthquake this week, and is fully specially defensive. This is for things like the Pyroar and things like a special Absol. That's what I planned for this week. Unfortunately, he didn't bring it, but Sleepy Gary is here to try to do what he did last week. Next up is Weavile, Stone Cold with the Poison Jab for the Sylveon. Icicle Crush and Knock Off as standard, and Beat Up because I am planning on him bringing a pesky berry on that Slowking. I'm bringing in Adamant Nature, and you will see this comes into play later on in the match. Next up is Bam Bam the Emboar, Flare Blitz to hit everything hard, Flamethrower so I can kill that Fortress without taking as much damage, Wild Charge to kill the Slowking, and Grass Knot for the Hippowdon. Next up is Ridley, the Florges. Ridley is a mixed defense, which plays a huge role in this game. Calm Mind, Wish, Protect, Moonblast. Florges was here for the Absol. If it was a physical Absol with, I don't know, Iron Tail, it could take one and kill it with a Moonblast. And finally, the last thing I brought is Hank, the Mega Slowbro, with Calm Mind, Psyshock, Fire Blast to hit the Shaman and slack off. If I get up one Calm Mind, I can live a Timid, Life Orb, Seed Flare at full health, of course. So we'll see how this goes into as soon as we get into the match. Now before we start, let me just say this week I fully planned on doing a kick-ass pregame speech. Planned on putting a lot of work into this video, but unfortunately for the past 3 days I have not been able to get out of bed. This is like my 3rd attempt at recording this. I've been sick. I think the rando I was with on Valentine's Day might have gotten me sick. So hopefully I get over that soon and it doesn't affect the commentary too much. So, like I said, I planned on leading with my Thunderstarian, setting up turn 1. Not always the smartest idea, but I thought it would work. He leads with his Fortress, just as I planned. Turn 1, Nasty Plot, and I'm thinking I am in great shape. Nothing I can see this thing doing will hurt me, and I can take any one move from everything that he brought. He goes for the Stealth Rock. Turn 1, I go for the Thunderbolt. Look at all that damage. Takes him all the way down to a Sturdy, and I am feeling awesome, especially right here when he goes for the Spikes. I'm thinking turn 3, no more Fortress, +2 Thundurus at full health, but he has the Custot Berry and goes for Explosion. This is something I absolutely should have seen coming a mile away, but I did not. I thought he would bring a physically defensive Fortress for my Weavile, but he brought one to set up and to explode. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any speed invested in this Thundurus. But that wouldn't have mattered because he brought in his Pyroar, the only thing on his team that is naturally faster this week. And I'm forced to go out into Sleepy Gary. So that turn 1 setup is for nothing. That's probably why they tell you don't set up turn 1, because you don't know what they're bringing. He goes for the Hyper Voice, and I can tell from the damage that is a timid Life Orb Pyroar. I can take 3 of those, I believe, with my Sleepy Gary here. And I decide I just want to get damage. The sooner this thing's out of the way, the sooner I can do more damage with my Thundurus. He switches in to his Hitmonlee and takes a hell of a lot of damage from this return. This week, like I told you, I would ensure that Sleepy Gary is happy and not too grumpy. He switches out into a Shaman, predicting me to go into my Slowbro. This right here, early game, phenomenal move by my opponent. He read me like a book, and I'm going to have to be forced to switch into, at this point, the only thing that can take a Seed Flare from the Shaman, and that's my Florges, Ridley. Now, he predicted the switch again. This time he predicted me to go into my Emboar and go through the Earth Power. But instead I go into my Florges, and this doesn't do anything at all. And from that damage, I see no Life Orb. He's timid. He switches out, which leads me to believe that he is Scarf. This is something that matters, and I can use to my advantage in the future. He switches out into his Slowking. I don't know if I've ever told anybody, but I hate Slowking. Love Slowbro, hate Slowking. I go for the Moonblast just to kind of feel what kind of Slowking this is, and this does a heck of a lot of damage. This is a +1/+1 Florges. He goes for the Toxic, and unfortunately I have Wish Protect, Moonblast, Calm Mind, not Aromatherapy, so this Toxic damage is going to just whittle away, and it's gonna hurt. Now at this point I'm just trying to do as much damage to as many things as I can with these Moonblasts, and he switches out into a Shaman, which is a questionable call in my mind. This Moonblast is over 50%, which means that he is not a defensive Shaman. This all but confirms a Scarf Shaman in my mind. And the poison is slowly whittling poor Ridley away, but I'm just going to keep going for those Moonblasts. He switches into his Pyroar. Look at this damage to this Pyroar. This is a resisted hit. One more will kill it. Unfortunately, the Toxic is taking its toll. So, my plan is to kill this Pyroar. That would mean Thundurus can do damage to everything. Everything. And I'm looking great, looking strong. I look at Pyroar's movesets and I don't really see anything that jumps off the page that is going to kill me. Pyroar, one-dimensional. Special attacker. But here he goes for the Iron Tail out of nowhere, out of freaking left field, and kills me. Now, I ran the damage calc here, and with my investment and with the amount of HP I had, this damage calculator said that Iron Tail, not only did Iron Tail have a 75% chance to hit, which he had a 1 to 4 chance of missing and then dying the next turn, he only had a 31.3% chance to kill Florges with my investment, with my HP, and he luckily gets both the hit and the kill. So at this point, I'm thinking, damn, Florges was doing so many good things. Could have been a dead Pyroar. Things would have been perfect for me. I switch into my Weavile here, and nothing on his team really appreciates an Adamant Life Orb knockoff. I was hoping he would stay in and sack off his Pyroar, but he does not. He goes into his physically defensive Hippowdon. I got a pretty decent roll on that hit there. And at this point right here, I look at my damage counts. An Adamant Life Orb Icicle Crash at this point right here had an 81.3% chance to kill. I like those odds. I'm taking those odds. I am here to kill the Hippowdon. Weavile is here to clean things up. At this point, I think that the match is mine. 2-0. Here we come, baby. And the Icicle Crash misses. Stone Cold misses the Icicle Crash, and Hippowdon kills with an Earthquake. And right now, this is huge for multiple reasons. The first being, the only thing that I feel safe killing this Hippowdon with now is my Thundurus. And because the rocks are up, I can't switch Thunderous out. Which means, yes, I killed the Hippowdon, but now Pyroar can come in and kill me with a Hyper Voice. This is huge. The entire momentum of this match has flipped 180 in his favor. Pyroar comes back in. This Pyroar should be dead. This damn thing should be dead. Unfortunately, it is the bane of my existence and picks up his second kill of the match. I'm struggling to find answers. There's still a chance I win this match. Still a decent chance I win this match, but I'm going to need some luck going my way. I go into Sleeping Area, of course the only thing that can take this, and he had a chance to kill me right here with an Iron Tail. But he goes for the Hyper Voice instead. I go for the Crunch. I expected him to save his Pyroar and go into his Slowking. Instead he lets his Pyroar go down, and I am here to say that I am not sad to see that thing die. I could have gone for the rest there to maybe do some more switches back and forth, but that's not how I saw winning this match go for me. I thought, let Sleepy Gary go down to this Hitmonlee, switch into my Slowbro, get the Mega off, and really hope I can do some switch shenanigans with my Emboar and pick up a couple kills, and then pray he misses a Seed Flare. He switches into his Slowking as I expected. I planned on this thing having Grass Knot, so I needed to get up a Calm Mind to really feel no damage from Grass Knot or any other coverage move, Shadow Ball, like that. But of course, Slowking, Slowbro, he outspeeds me here and goes for the Toxic, which really puts me on a timer. And what is unfortunate is in my initial planning, I went in to have Calm Mind, Fire Blast, Psyshock, and Rest. I didn't plan on bringing Aromatherapy on the Fortress, so I thought if I'm bringing Slowbro, I need to rest for this particular reason. Unfortunately, I did not. I thought Weavile would be able to kill this thing, and right now I am just trying to survey the scene. How am I going to pull this one out? And right now, Calm Minds aren't really for damage. We're here to just live these Grass Knots so I can slack off, get to a better amount of HP. The damage calc said that at this point, Psyshock to a fully physically defensive Slowking would not be enough to even do half. So hoping he continues to go for the Grass Knot, I switch into my Emboar. Now a Life Orb Wild Charge from an Adamant Emboar has a chance to kill the Slowking. Wild Charge goes off, and he has the damn berry. I did not see this one coming at all. Did not see this one coming. I thought he would have the berry that reduces the Dark Attack for my Weavile. That's why I brought Beat Up. Instead, he has the Wakan berry for the Emboar / Thunderous. Down goes Emboar. Down goes any chances of me winning this game. And I thought going into this battle, seeing the team previews, he had to play one hell of a game to win. He played one hell of a game to win, and I still felt I should have won. The Icicle Crash miss with Weavile was huge. Last season, I had Mamoswine and did not miss a single Icicle Crash. This season, the first Icicle Crash I go for, and I miss. But that's the game we play. This was the match going into the season. Rhyquinn was the person I wanted to play the absolute most. This was the person that I was really hoping I would have a fantastic match with, and this match did not disappoint. I absolutely wish this would have gone my way, but unfortunately it did not. Unfortunately, Slowbro's debut was not as great as I had hoped. I can't be mad. I had a plan, and it was there, but it didn't work, unfortunately. So thank you for watching. Hopefully we can bounce back next week and pull out a win. And I hope you tune in then too.